Hello everybody, it's your favorite realtors,
Lauren and Michelle, and we're super excited because we are going to be doing some super fun videos and we want to
educate you.
So
these series are going to be here and really for your guidance throughout a whole transaction, and before and after and during and
we're here for
in
you.
Between, so you can feel very knowledgeable, which leads to making very empowered decisions and then being very confident and comfortable throughout everything. So we really believe in knowledge is power, and we try to educate our clients as much as we can.
So sometimes they don't have all the hours in the day, so that's why we're making these videos. So we want to start off by talking about the purchase contract, how it works, and I think that this is really important, just knowing what's coming up.
Yes.
When
we take our clients through a transaction, we always say, here are your next 3 steps. So let's just focus on those. But we figured maybe this could give our whoever's watching, a little guidance, so they can know the full scheme of everything and break it down piece by piece. So let's get started.
Yes. So when you write an offer, your offer gets accepted. It's super exciting.
Yay,
congratulations.
You bought a house. Well, not yet, because so many more things are gonna happen.
So first things first, within the first 3 days, the buyer's duty is to send over their earnest money deposit to escrow.
So what is an earnest money deposit?
What is an earnest money deposit? Question mark.
Typically, it's 3% of the purchase price, and that money is put into escrow, like Michelle just said, and held there for the duration of the transaction. And at the end, after the buyer removes all their contingencies and the loan funds, that earnest money deposit goes towards the proceeds. The funds, not the proceeds, goes towards their loan and the amount of money the buyer is putting in to buy their home.
Wait, hold up.
Rewind.
Wait, what is a contingency? Let's tell you guys a little bit about what a contingency is. So that sounds like super nerve-wracking. You're gonna put all this money into like this weird thing called escrow. We'll tell you about that in another video. And like, does that mean I have to buy it? Like, what's up? So you're saying, I wanna make this offer. I'm gonna buy your house if these 3, there's a total of 9 different things, work out for me.
But a contingency basically, or contingencies are put in place to really protect the buyer. The buyer is very well protected throughout the entire sale of the home because they want to make sure that, well, everybody wants to make sure that they're very confident in the purchase of their home. It's a really big deal. So there's 3 things, like Michelle mentioned. The first one is
the inspection contingency. So that's where you get to go to the home, bring all your friends, because I know you're friends with lots of home inspectors just like us. Bring your contractor, check it out, make sure that everything might look fine and dandy, but underneath, a pipe is this or a foundation is that, and you want to make sure that it's all looking good. So,
and we're going to go really deep into what an inspection contingency time frame, not just the time frame, but like what goes into that, what kind of inspections you can make, and how we help you negotiate things in case there are some unforeseeable things that you didn't see when you went to the open house.
In a different video, we're gonna do that.
So the second one is the appraisal contingency. This is so exciting, right? We did a video already on the appraisal contingency, so maybe link down here or somewhere to get a little bit more into what that is. And then the third and final one is
the loan. So can you get the money? So when you first write an offer, you're saying, I'm going to get a loan for this amount of money, and depending on what lender you work with, they've looked at your file through a certain length or not. And so you do have a certain amount of days to say, yeah, I can get the money. And then at some point in time, you say, you know what? I inspected your house. This how I'm appraised. I'm getting the money. I'm removing my contingencies. And I, as the buyer, am going to buy your house.
So the contingencies are an active process that the buyer has to like physically remove them, like in a paper saying, check, I'm removing this. So along the way, it's really important for the seller to know what those timelines are and to have really awesome agents to stay on top of it to make sure that that buyer is going to follow through with what they're committing to. And the buyer can cancel the contract, you know, if they've kept those contingencies in place and said, hey, well, I can't get the money for the house. I have that protecting me, so I'm going to cancel the deal. And that earnest money deposit, which we talked about in the beginning, is protected and will go back to the buyer. So they're like, okay, sorry, tried really hard, we're on our merry way, and they're not affected. However, if they remove that contingency and they say, okay, we're fully committing, but then they need to cancel the day before close of escrow, the seller is entitled up to 3% of the purchase price,
so
which is that earnest money deposit.
Yeah.
So the seller, there's only one way the seller can get out of this contract.
And that is if the buyer does not remove their contingencies within the time period specified in the contract. And there's a whole rigmarole. It's not that really rigmarole, but you just got to work with some agents who know what they're doing to make sure that the buyer performs when they're supposed to. And if you're looking for those agents, we could be that for you. Hey!
So that was kind of a lot in 6 minutes. But we're gonna really try to take this whole thing and break it into pieces so that you can hopefully follow us along and learn a little bit more about the home buying and selling process. So if you like this, give us a thumbs up. We're not on YouTube.
We don't know
Press
why.
like, subscribe, say holler. If you have any questions, of course, that's what we're here for.
Call us.
DM
text
us, email us,
whatever. We are here
Come
for
to our
you.
office. This is our office. Come say hi.
Revere Village. So thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.
Bye.